I believe that Councillor Wiltshre, the Vice Chairman of the Council, would like to speak.
Yes, please. Thank you, Chairman. Well, I would like to say something before we all rush off in agreement of every point. I don't know very much, really, about lesbian, gay, and bisexual and other people. But I've been trying to find out, and it seems that we have about 4,000 people in Mole Valley. I don't know how you got those figures, because I've been onto the Office of National Statistics, and it's very difficult to get such data. There are many, many discrepancies, and we don't really know, but I suppose we could say it's less than 5%. It does come out, though, that the LGBT group seems to be far more abundant these days among young people rather than older ones, and they're probably very, very complicated reasons. There are relatively few among the baby boomers. There are more among the millennials. There are very more among the so-called Z generation. That's the telephone-addicted generation. And it seems that this group has the greatest sexual ambivalence these days, which really I find very interesting. But it does seem that, too, that there's a geographical difference and there's an age difference, and the whole phenomenon is actually much more dynamic than it was in the past. Now, I would support and protect anyone who felt they were being castigated or diminished because of their sexual orientation. I've got to make that clear, absolutely. But if they flaunted it all the time, then they would be bound to come up against prejudice. Now, you cannot prevent prejudice. You can only prevent the action that might come from prejudice. And I really want to protect people, and I care about people, and I think certain things need to be said. If you're not quick enough with that remote control on television, we're constantly bombarded by professional homosexuals and others who banter us with a lot of vulgarity. And as a heterosexual, I feel very, very uncomfortable. We're talking about making the gay, lesbian and bisexual people uncomfortable, but I'm uncomfortable. Why should I be made uncomfortable? Now, rather than being illegal, as it used to be when I was young, we now have stringent laws to protect and support people who identify as LGBT. And we always discourage negative bias wherever we can. That's a humane, that's a compassionate way of behaving. There's no impediment for such people to marry the people of the same sex. They have the same legal advantages of heterosexual married couples. They're allowed to adopt children. And I don't know why this is being brought forward, why this motion is being brought forward. Why should anyone be proud?
Wiltshire, you are running out of time. You have run out of time.
Okay, well, we are. I just want to say one thing. Why should you be proud of your sexuality? You should be proud of your achievements. We have our sexuality. Why be proud of it and why celebrate it?
Stop, I'm afraid.
Okay, I think celebration is ridiculous.
Councillor Salmon.